It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And now Washington starting group. Sarr out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
The 3 from Poole. And George kicks to Poole. Three-pointer. And Vucevic pulls it down. And here are the Bulls now. To the middle. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Koulibaly gets the three-pointer to fall.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Washington, and Giddey gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Sarr. Rebound by the Bulls. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The wide open look here for Vucevic. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Middleton for 3. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan. Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The Wizards with another miss. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Ball. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And Ball, such a high IQ player. Superb at knowing when to take that triple.
GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck. Only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Wizards trail by 4. And here is Poole. Still scoreless. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Middleton looking it over. There's the triple. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Giddey from outside the arc. Great D that time from Middleton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Left side, Ball. And again, Chicago. No good. Middleton for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night.
And when it comes off the hands of a shooter like Middleton, there's just something so pretty and fluid about the pull-up.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Poole the pass to George. Middleton outside. George sends a screen for Middleton. Pass to Poole. Three-pointer, down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for George. Middleton, a screen on White. Second shot opportunity. That one, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Wizards lead by 2. And back with the start of the second. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing the coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Josh Giddey is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic, then it's White, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Who's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Poole with it, defended by Giddey. Middleton for 3, rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Giddey. The offensive rebound. Outside, Ball. Buzelis sets a screen for Ball. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton. The Wizards with another miss. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Giddey. Over Middleton. Giddey, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Bulls have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And Sarr pulls it down.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And George kicks to Poole. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton to end the cold streak, and that's 2 points on the layup. Middleton's got 8 points. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
2 minutes.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I can be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. And really deep three that time. Koulibaly's got his second bucket of the night.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's Giddey. Again, Chicago.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Koulibaly with it. 6 points for him. Offline with his 3. 1:06 left in the first half of the game. And they pick up 2. Vucevic has got his first bucket in this one.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Sarr's shot is off. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. And it's Vucevic missing. Washington's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. White against Poole from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Poole's got 5.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside, Ball. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left here in the second. The shot by Buzelis, no good. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
Substitution on the court.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off hold.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Bulls on top. They're up by 2. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And here are the Bulls now. The lead is 2. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Marcus Smart. Corey Kispert is out there with Holmes, and it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. Jones looking for an opening, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Herter. The tray. The rebound by Carrington. Washington has gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And here's Herter outside. Connects from 3-point range. Herter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Smart against Jones. Here's Champagne. Stolen by Jones. Last break, here comes Chicago. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Will it go? In the corner, Holmes with it. Stolen by Collins. Last break, here comes Chicago. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Outside, Jones. In the corner, Herter with it. Back to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Smith for 3. Rebound, Washington. It's an 8-point differential. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Holmes passes to Kispert. Outside for Smart. Takes the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Dosunmu. Now here's Herter. Guarded by Smart. Collins a screen on Smart. And here's Herter outside. No good that time. Washington's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Buries the long-range jumper.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Herter, and the shot goes in. Herter's got 10 points in just the second half.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Smart up top, defended by Jones. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Smart.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind it out game.
Jones, the pass to Collins. Smith scanning the floor. Fires the 3. Herter on the wing for 3. Washington with the rebound. Holmes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Carrington. No good. That would have tied it. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bulls lead by 3. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Jalen Smith is out there with Kevin Herter. Then it's Jones. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Here's Giddey. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And stolen by White. Vucevic with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Outside, ball. Pass to Giddey. Lets it go. And he nails that one right through the net. And it's an 8-point Bulls lead. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Sar with it. For 3, Middleton traps in the tray.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Buzella sets a screen for Ball. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Ball's got got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Bulls. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Poole, the pass to Sarr. Back to Poole. Wizards passing it around. Clock at 6. For three, Middleton. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Vucevic finds ball. Pass to Buzelis. There's the triple. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Koulibaly. He's covered by Ball. No good on the 3. Chicago leading by 8. Here's Buzelis. Pass the ball. Over Middleton. Washington with the rebound. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes.
Now, Koulibaly.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Now here's Giddey. It's White on the wing. Pass the ball. The 3. Drills the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 9.
How about the focus here from Ball on offense? Constantly looking for ways to score. Feels like he can get any shot he wants.
And that one drops.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Chicago leading by 7. He takes it in. Lays it up off the glass. Ball's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, I just love seeing it. Ball put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Koulibaly, no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. This one for 3. They get it again. Out left to the wing. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Personal foul. First team
A
foul.
really talented youngster. Matas Buzelis comes from Lithuania, and they have a very rich basketball history there. He's hoping to add to it.
And he nails the 3rd. Washington's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Vucevic. And again, Chicago. No good. Pass to Koulibaly. Looking to get back on track here. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Now here's Vucevic. Over Sarr. And it's Vucevic missing. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
So it's Chicago winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back.
just looking for answers. scoring for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Ingram. Outside Barnes. Over Buzelis. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Let's go with a 3. The Bulls with another miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The 3, Barrett. They grab their own miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
It's stolen by Barnes. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Bulls ball.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
Now here's Giddey. Sends it home from three-point land.
Nice stroke. That's coming along for Josh Giddey.
Here's Quickly. From downtown. Outside Barnes. Launches a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
White for 3. Drops in the 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Toronto's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. It's Barnes on the wing. From the arc. Fires in the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Giddey. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Vucevic slams it in.
Excellent use of the screen roll. Giddey running it like a seasoned vet.
Quickly against Ball. Right side Ingram. Goes up on the baseline. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Emmanuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra-aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And here's Ingram outside. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, Ingram just letting it rip right now on the offensive end.
1:52 left now in the first quarter. Ball, a screen on Barrett. Ball passes to White. Barnes with the rebound. For Toronto, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Giddey against Quickly. Pass to Barnes. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. After years of competing for championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then the last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto. Well, when Ingram gets the ball on the inside, his length can really help him out to create shot opportunity.
Pass to Giddey. The 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Toronto has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Barrett can't hit. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. There's Ball with a 3. Second shot opportunity. Fires the 3. He drops it from range.
No hesitation from Lonzo on that perimeter shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ingram on the wing. Takes the three. Counted from distance. Ingram's got 10 points.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Vucevic in the post. Covered by Pirtle. Vucevic's shot is off.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Ingram. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. That's a big difference maker.
So for the Raptors right now, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel quickly. And you look at Matas Mouzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Pass to Battle. Here's Pirtle. Puts up a three. And the Raptors miss again. Chicago trailing here. From Pete Giddy. Quickly with a rebound. The Raptors have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Battle. And the Raptors miss again. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Mouzelis. And that one is hammered home.
Okay now, Rook. Mouzelis showing he can finish with some power.
And here's Ingram outside. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Three-pointer, Mouzelis. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Vucevic has got his 3rd assist of the night. Toronto's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto.
Raptors substitution.
Bulls on D.
Walter.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Walter. For 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Ball outside. To the paint. Now Vucevic. Covered by Pirtle. Here's Giddy. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season. And that's a well-timed play with Mouzelis ready to catch and finish.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Bulls trail by 4. Outside Giddy. Again, the Bulls score. For Toronto, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Quickly, passes to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. Picked by Pirtle. The shot. They get it back. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the evening. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Now here's Barnes. Here's Walter. Good as the jump shot falls. Walters has got 8 points.
That's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
Quickly against ball. Pass to Ingram. Unloads. And another basket for Toronto.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots. Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Barnes with a screen on White. And it's Toronto with another.
Brandon Ingram, a constant threat on the offensive end. A little bit of work right there in the mid-range.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Buzelis. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by White. Quickly up top. Shoots over ball. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Raptors up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
We've got Zach Collins, Patrick Williams out there with Kevin Huerter. Then there's DeSumo, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Williams passes to Jones. The 3 ball. And Castleton pulls it down. Raptors lead by 5. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Here's Castleton. Here's Mobo. Here's Dick. Pass to Shed. The 3. And the three-pointer goes. Shed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Chicago's shooting around 44%. Not bad. For 3, Collins. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
Modern NBA, Zach Collins signed up for it.
Here's Battle. Still no points. This one for 3. Williams grabs the board. And Williams has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
DeSumo on the wing. Guarded by Dick. DeSumo can't hit. Toronto leading by 5. Outside Barrett. Over Jones. Castleton can't get the putback. Chicago is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside Herder. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Herder's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herder's able to get his feet set that time.
The 3, Barrett. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Jones with the ball. Collins right side. 3-pointer. And Castleton pulls it down. Castleton's got 5 rebounds tonight. The baseline Jay. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's scoreless. Nails it from beyond the arc. Here's Shed. Here's Abaji. There's the drive. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Herder from long range. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Herder's got 6.
Hard to stop with how quick Herder is able to rise.
When folks talk about Herder, you hear a lot about his movement, Brent.
Well, one thing you have to be in this league as a great shooter is willing to move without the basketball. Puts a lot of pressure on your primary defender, but it can open up some lanes for your teammates. Kevin Herder, an elite skill working without the ball.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
No good on the wing 3. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Abaji. Here's Shed. Sinks it from distance. Shed's got 6 here in the quarter.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Jones, the pass to Collins. The 3, Barrett. Rebound by the Bulls.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Dosunmu's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so their mid-range is usually available.
Pass to Shed. Here's Abaji. Over Williams. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Knocks down the long J.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are...
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Raptors out in front. They lead by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for Toronto right now, we've got R.J. Barrett, and it's Castleton in at the center position, locking down the middle. And the shot goes in.
Just a threat from all 3 levels. Nicola can hit from the inside, outside, and in between.
They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Abaji can't hit. Chicago trailing here. Outside Giddey. Back to Vucevic. Ball outside to take the lead. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Raptors shooting at about 44% so far. Pass to Castleton. Back to Barrett. From behind the arc. Ball with the rebound. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Outside Giddey. Throws it up high.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from 3. Quickly's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
You like Quickly's decision-making, that time calling his own number.
Down low.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett can do that pass on target, and R.J. taking care of the rest.
The Bulls trail by 4. Outside Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Over Pirtle. Vucevic's shot is off.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Now here's Ingram. Lets it fly. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
This is where that length shows off on particular plays like that. Still able to score.
Here's Buzelis. Here's Vucevic. Covered by Pirtle. Fade away. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
How huge is that bucket? When in doubt, get it to the big fella.
The more that you level up in the game of basketball, it becomes about the matchups, identifying the weakest link, and then exploiting it.
Pirtle uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 6.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
To the right side. Pass to Vucevic. Over Pirtle. Vucevic missing again. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Here's Barrett. And he dunks it down.
And how about R.J. getting a little bit fancy with that one as he flushes it home.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Ball surveys the floor. Vucevic a screen on Quickly. The 3 from Ball. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Quickly passes to Barrett. Quickly finds Barrett. Now Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
So determined to find that look. Giddey keeps his options open and gets the corner 3.
There's a minute 17 left in the fourth quarter. Barnes with a screen on White. And here's Ingram from the arc. Fires in the triple. Ingram's got 7 points for the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Vucevic's shot is off.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up and a strong showing for the Raptors.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. A competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Brandon Ingram.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight. Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And there's the lob.
Lonzo does a great job of keeping his head up, looks for the open man.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. A deep 3. Offline. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. They have to feel good about it. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie
aggressive attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the 3. Now, here's Barrett. Pass to Ingram. Over Middleton. And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Poole with no one around. Trains the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Ingram outside. Over Koulibaly. And Brandon Ingram again.
And the whole court is open for Ingram. He's got the accuracy to hit that from mid-range.
Here's Koulibaly. Off target from three-point range. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Yeah, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Poole, no good. Toronto, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Barrett, no good. Wizards have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here's Koulibaly. The Wizards with another miss.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Here's Ingram. Offensive rebound. Pass to Pirtle. Barnes outside. 5 on the clock. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Poole. Stolen by Quickly. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And Poole gets it to go.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Ingram kicks to Quickly. Back to Ingram. Pass to Barnes. That's good. And it's Ingram with the assist.
How about the jump shot by Scotty Barnes? Look out, folks.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Pirtle, the pass to Barrett. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Poole. And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 3-point game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Poole, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Wizards trail by 3. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And here's Ingram from the arc. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
16 seconds left in the first quarter. Quickly looking it over. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Koulibaly. Fires for three. What a performance from R.J. Barrett. He has been the story for the Toronto. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Raptors?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
We've got George. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Czar, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Poeltl, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin, to me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
Shots good by Middleton.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Raptors leading by 5. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Koulibaly from outside off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And he dunks it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Pass to Walter. From deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Wizards trail by 6. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Koulibaly with it. From the arc. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Took him no time at all on that one. Ingram's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors. Wizards have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Koulibaly, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And slam dunk by Ingram.
A natural-born scorer. Ingram is a walking bucket, and he can beat you in so many ways.
There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
The three-pointer, no good. Raptors leading by 8. Ingram left side. Over Koulibaly. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Jacks up a 3. And Brandon Ingram hits from deep. Ingram's got 16.
And his team giving up a 3 at the other end when Ingram claps back.
Shot on the wing. And Washington again with the bucket. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Pass to Walter. Here's the 3. Great D that time for Middleton. Wizards trail by 6. Koulibaly with it. 9 points in the game so far.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Ingram kicks to Barnes. Unloads. That's good. And it's Ingram with the assist.
Assist from
Ingram's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Koulibaly. Middleton outside. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. 11 points in the game.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And it's Ingram missing. One-on-one fast break. Koulibaly, no good. Ingram deciding where to go with it. The 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Led to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Brandon Ingram.
Good on the second free throw.
3 shots.
And he makes all 3.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And that concludes the first half. The Raptors out in front, leading by 9. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
36. And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Doing such a great job of orchestrating this offense. I love the way he has been in complete command of the offense.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Barrett. And it's Abaji in at the 4. Here's Smart. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Smart's got his first 3 points of the game. Raptors leading by 6. Pass to Dick. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Kispert.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Smart. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Wizards trail by 9. Here's Bay. Tries again. Smart passes to Holmes. Here's Carrington. Sinks the 3-pointer.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the knee had collapsed on him.
Raptors have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Here's Dick. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Kispert. No scoring in this one. Goes back up. Not enough on that one as it misses. Toronto leading by 6. Barrett with the ball. Guarded now by Kispert. Barrett with a screen on Smart. Dick passes to Abaji. Now Barrett defended by Kispert. Shot clock at 6. Smart with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. And the dunk by Kispert.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Smart. Now here's Bay. No good from outside. Here's Castleton, guarded by Smart. Barrett inside the three-point line.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
And here is Kispert. It's rebounded by Barrett. Now the Raptors moving it up. And that one's good, Abaji.
Oh, he just slides in for the layup, goes behind the back, and then just up and in. Nicely done, young fella.
Fires from deep. Here's Castleton. Out to Barrett. Nailed from three-point land. And now it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 1:09 left to play in the third. Pass to Dick. It's Barrett on the wing. Puts it up. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. Smart with the ball. Pulls up on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Raptors leading by 9. Barrett finds Dick. Off target with his 3. Washington's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Kispert with the bucket.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Dick. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Fader on the way. And Castleton pulls it down. Castleton's got 5 rebounds tonight. They set the pick. Fires away from way outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with their lead standing at 6 points. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Smart. Sadiq Bey is out there with Kispert. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And here's Kispert from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Kispert's got 10 points here in the second half. Here's Shed, guarded by Smart. Shed, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 6.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Kispert. A 3-ball. And Castleton pulls it down. Castleton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Shed. Here's Abaji. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Washington basketball. Into the lineup for the Raptors. Jacob Curtis.
Wizards trail by 6.
Brandon Ingram. Emmanuel
Smart deciding where to go with it. Here's Carrington. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Carrington.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for Toronto. Birtle sets the pick for Quickly. Over Smart. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Carrington. Shoots it up. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Birtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barrett wide open. He fires. Shot clock reset for Toronto. Now Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Carrington. No good with the triple. Raptors leading by 6. Outside, Barrett takes a 3. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
The entire offensive arsenal of R.J. Barrett is on display.
Bay with a screen on quickly. Pass to Bay. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Poke loose. And here we go. Washington fast break. Smart, wide open. He's fired. It's good from long range.
Well, I love that Marcus Smart sprinted into that shot opportunity. You've got to be prepared on the catch, and Marcus was ready.
To the inside. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Carrington. He trains the quick shot. Now just a 4-point Toronto lead. Smart against quickly. And it's off from three-point range. Washington has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Smart. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
How about the poise of Marcus Smart under duress? Delivers a big-time shot.
Pass to Ingram. And shot on the way. And he swishes it right through. Ingram's got 21.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Holmes with a screen on Ingram. Here's Carrington. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Gisbert kicks to Smart. Over quickly. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. For the 3. Can't hit that one. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Carrington. Just 5 on the clock. Holmes with a screen on quickly. Smart misses. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for air.
Great ball. These two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And the starting group for Chicago. Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's White in at the 2. Now here's Vucevic. Back to Giddey. And that's going to be a travel.
Wizards basketball.
Here's Smart. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out, it's back to the basics, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled into every crowd.
And it's Giddey missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Middleton, no good. Chicago with the ball. 4-point game. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. From deep, Giddey. Smart grabs the miss. Washington has gone 2 of 5 from deep.
Just a heads-up play by Smart, pushing the ball ahead. He knows not to hold that ball when someone has a good look ahead.
White drives in. Outside Giddey. Fires from deep. And Bay pulls it down. The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Coulibaly. Rebound by the Bulls.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Here we go, one-on-one. And that one is stuffed right through.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
White, good.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and get people quality shots.
And Vucevic with the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Middleton. Money on the 19-footer.
Yeah, that's butter. I mean, Middleton was one of the smoothest jump shots in the league.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
The Bulls trail by 7. And he lobs it up. Bay against Giddey. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Rebound by Middleton. And so Middleton will bring it up for Washington. Pass to Sarr. There's the 3. That shot, no good. The Bulls have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Giddey's got 5 now.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
out to Smart. And there's the screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 9 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Wizards leading by 7. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Good D by Ball. Chicago has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, the skill set the rookie Buzelis has is really impressive. A tall, slender forward who is very crafty and versatile to be so young.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Graham. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
The Bulls trail by 5. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Giddey finds Vucevic. The kick out to White. Tries it from the top of the key. Sarr pulls it in. Outside Coulibaly. Middleton, left side. Shoots over Ball. Marcus Smart has been leading the charge for the Wizards. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Washington.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. Buzelis' shot is good.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Here's Poole with the drive. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Offensive rebound from deep. Giddey. It's rebounded by Washington. Bay outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And it's Ball off the drive. Pass to Vucevic. Here's the 3. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Washington leading by 8. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field. Here's White. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. White's got 5 points.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Ball with a steal. He goes up, and Ball throws it down.
A fantastic two-way threat. Once Ball grabs the steal, he's looking to take it all the way.
The Wizards have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Outside Coulibaly. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job. Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Bay with a screen on White. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. Trailing by 5. White, the pass to Giddey.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Takes a 3. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Poole against ball to the left side wing. From deep, Sarr. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
White, the pass to Giddey. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. The 3 from Ball. He can't get that one to fall. Wizards leading by 5. Poole with the ball. Now guarded by White.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
Here's Vucevic. Washington with a rebound.
Gotta move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
May with a screen on Giddey. Here's Carrington. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bulls trail by 7. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
29 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Champagny. Back to Poole. Stolen by Ball. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Ball's got some very fast hands. He will strip it and turn it into a fast break immediately.
Kispert's shot is good. Over to the left wing. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Washington Wizards finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back to the game after this break.
Director is sent to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run. They're measuring up the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Johnson is out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Kispert. Then it's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Champagny at the 4. That's the group for Washington right now. They get it back. Holmes passes to Johnson. And again, it's Washington converting.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Washington. Smart looking around. Stolen by Collins. Herter from long range. Rebounded by Champagny.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
You know, from the 2020 bubble to late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of games. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Outside Herter. He buries it from 3. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Pass to Champagny. There's the triple. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. And the Wizards lead by 10.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Collins comes with a double. Kispert outside. Now here's Holmes. Kispert outside. Three-pointer. They get it again. The kick out to Johnson.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Bulls trail by 7. Jones drives in. The kick out to Williams. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Launches it. Champagny, that's good. Champagny's got 6 in the quarter.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Williams from long range. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Smart. He's got 9. Holmes down low. Collins defending. Johnson for 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining.
Jones, the pass to Collins. It's stolen by Smart. .149 left in the third quarter of the game. Snatched up, controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Jones, the pass to Herter. Over Kispert. Herter gets the bucket. Herter's got 5 now. And so Smart will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Bulls trail by 15. Collins with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Williams from long range drops in the 3. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Kispert outside. That one goes. Count it. Kispert's got his second basket. The Bulls have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Dosunmu for 3. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got 5 rebounds in the game. Johnson for 3. Buries it from 3. Johnson's got 8 points in the quarter. And for the Bulls, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Herter from long range sends it home from three-point land.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Kispert's shot is good.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And so it's Washington looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. The hustle. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Bulls, Kevin Herter out there with Williams. Then it's Trey Jones. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Collins in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Oh, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
A line change here for Chicago. From deep, Giddey. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Poole with the ball. Now guarded by White. Pass to Coulibaly. And here's Poole. Nifty move. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Buzelis. Vucevic with it. Oh, deflected. Out on his own on the break. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Well, gotta go back to the steal that started the break. Alex Sarr, just great instincts. I'll tell you, this kid's got a high ceiling.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Sarr. And there are the Wizards with another bucket.
Great touch from the mid-range by Sarr. He knows he's got to keep drilling it from this area.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Ball. And the layup is good off the glass.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Washington leading by 21. Poole, right side. Here's Bay. And it's Chicago with a board. Ball with it. Pass to Vucevic. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Middleton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Bay. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Middleton. Outside Coulibaly. Clock at 6. Back to Middleton. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Middleton's got 7 points for the quarter. And so here is Chicago. Here's Giddey. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Pass to Bay. Back to Poole. Middleton outside. Just 5 on the clock. Over Giddey. That one's wide left. Bulls trail by 21. White for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
3-point field.
Giddey's got 3 assists in the game.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Wizards.
And a big part of their success was the second chance buckets they secured tonight.
Yeah, it's just proof that being aggressive on the boards can pay game-winning dividends.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Marcus Smart.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
Coulibaly on the wing. He's guarded by White. Washington again can't hit. The Bulls have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this 4th. Throw it down on the lob.
The assist, Kobe White.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Bay from long range. On target from range. And the Wizards lead by 17.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Poole. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Ooh, like an artist getting creative in the air. He can finish above the rim in a lot of ways, and they're all fun.
And Bay pulls it down. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
And here's Coulibaly. easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final prep. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. And if you claim to be a best. Basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Kobe White, Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Ball, and it's Vucevic in at the center. Now here's Ingram. Puts up a deep three. The kick out to Barnes. Stolen by Ball. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And really an outstanding combination of length and athleticism. Ball is the perfect guy to take it coast to coast.
It's Barrett on the wing. Giddey defending. Barrett, no good. Here's White. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. He can't get that one to fall.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the...
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. And it's Vucevic in the corner. For Barrett. Vucevic with the bucket.
And with the ability to step out and make shots. Bigs like Vucevic have a lot of value in today's NBA.
And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Here's Vucevic after the Raptors pick up two. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Takes the three. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Vucevic. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ingram setting a pick for Quickly. They get the rebound. Ingram finds Barnes. Good on the triple.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
And here is Ball. Following the three-pointer by Scotty Barnes. Out to White. Pass to Giddey. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Ingram wide open. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
I'd send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. David.
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker minimum. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And here is ball after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Buzelis. Buzelis sets a screen for Vucevic. Clock at 6. It's called for run. The shot by Buzelis, no good. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 4-point game. Ingram finds Barnes. Shoots over Vucevic. Barnes can't get it to go. Chicago is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Raptors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Barnes screen on White. For 3, Ingram. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Giddy, no good. And
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
the most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. He can't get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Raptors lead by... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Kobe White is out there with ball. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the center, filling out the middle. The shot's good from quickly.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Giddey, no one around him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Giddey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Greg for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Ingram. He's got 6. No one covering. Ingram's got 8 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Vucevic down low. Hurdles there. Raptors leading by 8. Barnes outside. Ingram passes to Pirtle. Here's Walter. Giddey defending. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Walter. Barnes the screen. Walter, good. And now a 10-point Raptor lead.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Bulls trail by 10. Outside, Ball. Lets it go from the wing, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 6.
And Ball proving to be a knockdown threat from mid-range as well. A terrific shooter in that area.
Ingram finds Barnes. Here's Walter. Front past the arc. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Walter's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Giddey Buzelis, no one around him. And the three ball is good. Buzelis has got his second bucket. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Giddey kicks to White. Over Ingram. And it's White missing. Raptors leading by 6. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Ball no good. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. All alone. And it falls over the rim and in. And now a 10-point Raptor lead. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Releases. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter. Pass to Walter. Ingram outside. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Lets it fly from 18. Chicago grabs the miss. Now Giddey. White inside. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Raptors leading by 8. Fires the three. Walter can't get it to go. Now here's Giddey. Tight defense on him. 1 second left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Raptors with the lead. They've got Dick. And it's Abaji in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's Battle. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Dick with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And the Raptors lead by 10.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boy.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Jones, no one around him. Sinks the triple. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Raptors leading by 7. Pass to Battle. 3-pointer. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's Collins. Scoreless thus far. Basket good.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Castleton. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest. Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Pass to Dick from outside the arc. Rebound by Williams. Bulls trail by 6. Collins kicks to Jones. Misses the jumper. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Dick with it, puts up a deep 3. Here's Battle. Back to Dick. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3.
Toronto Battle. That's his first personal foul.
Chicago has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Dosunmu finds Jones. Here's Herter. Here's Collins. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Herter. Toronto grabs the miss. Launches it. The rebound by Dosunmu.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And again, no good by Chicago. Toronto leading by 6. Pass to Abaji. Top of the key. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Bulls shooting their first foul shot of the game. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Here's Herter. The quick look, no good that time. Toronto leading by 5. Here's Shed. Here's Abaji. That shot off the mark. Williams with the defensive effort. Herter, that's a 2-pointer. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Toronto's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And that one is hammered home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Abaji. He has yet to score. Now here's Dosunmu. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great passer.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Collins is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Herter in at the 3.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
On the wing, Giddey. The tray. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Quickly. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And here are the Raptors now after the Bulls pick up 2. Barrett the pass to Pirtle. Down low, here's Ingram. And it's White with the rebound. Bulls trail by 8. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Buzelis, the open look. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. For 3, Barrett. A three-pointer is right on target. Barrett's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors. Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Giddey. Back to Ball. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And with no shortage of moves at his disposal, Vucevic is one of the game's more skilled bigs.
Pirtle with a screen on White. Ingram. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 11. That bucket in no time at all.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Shoots over White. And it's Ingram missing. Bulls trail by 9. Knocked loose. Quickly with it. And it's Buzelis picking him up. Pirtle, the pass to Quickly.
2 minutes remaining.
Barrett kicks to Quickly. Lets it go from deep. Out to Barrett. There's the 3. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barrett's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Here's Ball. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ingram outside. Shoots over White. Ingram can't get that one to fall. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Giddey. And Pirtle sends it back. Ingram deciding where to go with it. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Buzelis, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Now here's Pirtle. Back to Barrett. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Ball with a wide open look. Another 3 for Chicago.
Absolutely no fear in this young fella. When the game is close, you want the ball in Ball's hands.
And that one's good, Barnes.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one. No doubt, that just about seals it.
Again, Ball missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves. And
And so Toronto takes this, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the
both pile up assists.
Well, those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
So a look at our starters for the Wizards. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Sarr, then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Bey in at the four-man position. Here's Barnes, chops one in from the wing.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Smart for three. The offensive rebound. Pass to Middleton. Over Barrett. Washington again can't hit.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Now Ingram. Oh, got a piece of it. The three is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A major deep ball threat. Quickly has never seen a shot he didn't like.
Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, it felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes. R.J. Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Smart for three. Here's Sarr, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the long arms of Sarr on full display. You got to keep this kid off the offensive glass.
Picked by Pirtle. Three from Barnes. Rebound by Middleton. The Wizards have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Oh, got that one up quick.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively. D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Middleton, a good look, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Shot selection right now for Middleton is superb.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Oh, he buries the 20-footer.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Hey, guys. The Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, thank you. Washington leading by 4 to the inside. Bay, nice move, and he takes it up and lays it in. Bay's got 5 points.
Ending up with a close look. That's a great trip down the floor from Saddiq Bey.
Kicks it out to Barrett. From deep. Here's Barnes, and here's Ingram from the arc. They get it back. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Fades back. And another basket for Washington. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's quickly. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. He's got 5.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Raptors on D. 4-point game.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's Coulibaly. Pirtle grabs a miss.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Sarr. No good on the buzzer beater. And so lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. It's the Wit. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
DA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
And it's Coulibaly missing. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Quickly from outside. Rebound by Middleton. Washington trailing. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Pirtle. Jacks up a 3. And again, Washington with a triple.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
The 3, Barrett. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds in the game. Quickly against Bay. The 3 is up. And it's Middleton. That time on the assist from Bay. Middleton's got 8.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge.
On the wing quickly. Defended by Smart. Quickly against Smart. Quickly passes to Ingram. 5 on the clock. The rebound by the Wizards. Now the Wizards in transition. Bay from long range. Offensive rebound. Middleton left side. Back to Coulibaly. Just 4 to shoot. Over Ingram. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 5. Pass to Pirtle. Barnes with it. Pirtle with a screen on Bay. Here's Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto. Washington has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
The Raptors have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. The 3 from Barnes. Drills it from deep. 7 points in the game.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Here's Poole. Poole gets it in close.
And no lack of confidence from Jordan Poole on a floater like that.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. No luck on that one. Poole outside. Over quickly. And that one's good. Poole. And now a 6-point Wizard lead.
And Poole can make some of those inside off-balance opportunities look easy.
Ingram with the ball. Now guarded by Bay. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Wizards. Coulibaly's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Carrington. The 3 is up. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Bay's got 7 points.
Yeah, Bay is an active player, and I like watching him get assertive, especially on the offensive rebounds.
The 3, Barrett. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Poole outside. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 5. three. Barrett. That one's off. He's 1 for 6.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Poole for 3. Look at Poole showing the range.
And Poole up ahead of the defense on that pull-up in a hurry.
Outside Ingram. Barnes with a screen on Poole. Quickly, he's got space. It's rebounded by Washington. Now the Wizards in transition. Here's Coulibaly. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Barnes drives in. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And so it's Washington with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be right back.
35.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Washington, they've got Rashawn Holmes, Jordan Poole out there with Corey Kispert, and it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. So whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brett, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Well, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole's the kind of player that's going to take some chances. Sometimes it doesn't go so well, but when the times pay off, B.A., it is spectacular. And if you watch Poole enough, you're really going to appreciate that he can get it done in so many ways on the offensive end.
Now here's Poole. Give him 8 points now. Takes the 3. Counted from distance. Poole's got 11 points.
And Poole just deadly from 3.
Here's Shed. 3-pointer. And again, Toronto, no good. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Holmes. Picked by Holmes. And he's going for the lob. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And this is a lot of times what you see from Rashawn Holmes available around the rim.
Here's Walter. 4-3. Pure from 3-point range. Walters has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Champagny. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Abaji. Here's Walter. Pass to Shed. The 3. And he can't get that one. Washington has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. They get the rebound. Here's Champagny. Banked it in off the glass.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
The putback. And Holmes pulls it down. Wizards leading by 11. Poole outside. From deep. Offensive rebound. Inside. Second chance effort. Rebound Toronto. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto, no good. The Wizards have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Wing shot on the way. Holmes. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, coaches from the sideline screaming, get a body on Rashawn Holmes, why don't you?
Here's Abaji. Knocks it down from distance. Agbaji's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. And here are the Raptors now, following the score by Washington. Here's Abaji. That three's off the mark. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Champagnie. Pass to Carrington for three. Abaji with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Carrington. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. And it's in there.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Shed. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Here's Carrington, guarded by Dick. Kispert on the wing. Up in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Washington up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Barrett is the three, and Barnes will play the four. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the five out there for the Raptors.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And here's Ingram outside. Gets the three ball to go.
And Brandon Ingram continues to work on that smooth three-point release.
Smart for three. And Smart nails the triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
It's stolen by Pirtle. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And that's the way it should be. Ingram aggressive to the rack.
Washington leading by 12. Smart left side. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Smart has got 5 points in the quarter.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Right now, Brandon Ingram is just taking command of the entire game.
Here's Smart driving inside. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. Rebound Washington. Koulibaly's got 5 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Bay. Back to Smart. Bay with a screen on Ingram. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Barnes. Ingram against Smart. Pulls it from the corner. It's rebounded by Washington. At one point, they led by 16. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Shot is up. And Middleton gets it to go on the assist from Smart. And the Wizards lead by 14. Outside Ingram. Pirtle finds Ingram. Three-pointer. He drops it from range. Ingram's got 10 points in just the second half.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Smart for three. Oh, Smart! The response!
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Washington leading by 14. It's stolen by Pirtle. Pass to Barrett. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Coulibaly's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ingram against Middleton. And he's going for the lob. Hey, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Washington has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Wizards.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Marcus Smart.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Here's Ingram following the score by Washington. No good on the triple. Here's Coulibaly. Three-pointer off the mark. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. They trail by 14. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Takes a three. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Fires from way outside. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy